1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, everyone out there in Guitar Land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with a lesson for the old classic song, Hard Times Come Again No More, in the key of C. I wanted to work up an arrangement for this song that you could play either as a solo piece or with a band. So we're going to work on kind of what is commonly referred to as Carter style, where we're playing the melody while playing some strumming as well. And this is a really cool style because you're your own band where we're playing the melody notes and adding the background strumming and the chords. So I've got a solo part for the verse and for the chorus, and I'll break down both note for note and then show you also a bunch of backup stuff I would do. So this song has some really cool chords, and we'll get some good counting practice as well on how long to stay on each chord, and I'll break that down as well. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, MikeHeadingMusic.com, and grab the full lesson. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. Alright, here's Hard Times Come Again No More in the key of C. Alright, let's start breaking down this beginner version of Hard Times Come Again No More in the key of C. So first, before we jump into the lesson, let's just break down kind of the technique we're going to use. A lot of times in bluegrass, this is called Carter style picking. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing the melody while strumming at the same time. So this is really cool style because you're kind of the whole band where you're playing the melody and you're adding the background strumming. And this isn't exactly how Mabel Carter did it, but this is kind of commonly referred to as Carter style. So what we're going to do is we're going to be playing out of this C chord, and what we're going to be doing a lot of is that pick, strum, and then we might play another note or two and then a strum again. So we're basically filling up any of the spaces with strums. So one thing you can do to get a handle on this is you can just practice going up and down the strings, and I'm really working on my accuracy there of just hitting all the different strings. So you can do a pick and then either a strum or a pick and then a strum down up. Really, the only difference is you're doing a quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4, or an eighth note, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So I'm just grabbing the strings on the way back up. That's the only difference. The time is the exact same. And for those little strums, I'm kind of hitting the top 3 strings. But if you hit 4 strings, if you hit 5, it's not the end of the world. But kind of in this style, what we want to do is we're hearing the melody kind of down low, kind of in this lower register, at least for this beginning part, and then we're kind of strumming the higher sounding strings in pitch to basically fill up the sound. That's just a little brief intro on how we're playing this melody, okay? Because I really wanted something that you could play with the whole band, or you could play kind of on your own, and there would be enough going on that it would still sound good. Alright, let's start breaking down the first 9 measures. Here we go. This will be like halfway through the verse part. 1, 2. And one time really slow. So we're going to start with the measure 1 is going to be the pickup, and we're going to play 3rd fret on the 5th string, and then open 4th string. Basically, again, I'm kind of hovering in this C shape. That's going to be my home base for this whole song, okay? I'm always thinking of kind of playing out of this chord. Sometimes you also see it without my 3rd finger down. I just do that to kind of get a little bit of relief. And again, I'm only strumming the higher strings there. So we have 1, 2, and then we're going to play 3, 4. Okay, so that's not too hard there. So 1, 2. And then we're going to do an open 2 hammer on the 4th string. So don't hammer on too quick. And then a down up strum. So we have, I'm just going to loop that. Not too hard there, so just to remember, I'm just doing a hammer on and then a down up strum. And then I'm going to go back to that 2nd fret and then open. So you basically hammer it on, fill up the space with a strum, and then 2, open. So, and then we're going to go back to that 2nd fret again, strum, up to the open 3rd string, back to the 2nd fret. So see how I'm keeping all these fingers down, even if I'm playing, you know, like I'm just staying in this position. So that's really important. It's going to make the song so much easier if you stay in position. So let's loop that a few times. And the melody there is, we actually did play one part of the melody in that strum in measure 3. That's kind of important. So let's break that down a little bit. So we have, so right here I'm strumming strings 3, 2, and 1, and that's my melody note too. So and then measure 4. Take your 2nd finger off. I'm going to leave my 1st finger down, and you're basically going to hit the open 4th string, and then you're going to put your 3rd finger and pinky down on the 3rd fret of the 5th and 4th string, basically kind of going into this F chord, except I'm just going to do like kind of a modified version of it. So you have, and then play those 2 notes, and then back to the open string, and then an open 2 hammer on again on the 4th string, down up strum, and then open 2 hammer on the 3rd string, turn and go into an F chord. So I'm just barring the 1st string or 1st fret on the top 2 strings. So I kind of turn my hand there. So turn your hand, bar, and then strum. And right there I'm only going to do a single strum, but you could also do an up strum too, it doesn't matter. So let's break that down. So we have the melody there is, so again, we're kind of bouncing down, and then a hammer on, and then a hammering on again. So that hammer on is really common in this style. Like, you'll hear that a lot in this kind of Carter bluegrass folk style. So those are really good practice. So that's what we're doing there. So we have, turn your hand, and then back to 6, turn your hand back, take your 2nd finger off, open 3rd string, strum, down to the 2nd fret 4th string, and then a quick down up, put your 3rd finger back down. So that's a good one to practice. We have, and then right here, put your pinky up on the 3rd fret of the high string. You're basically going into this G chord, except we're going to kind of leave our 3rd finger and 2nd finger off, and we'll free those up to just kind of keep playing. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm basically going from this to this, and I'm going to hit the open 4th string, strum, and then an open 2 hammer on the 4th string, back to the open, down to the 3rd fret, back to your C, and then a little fill. So I'm doing octaves there. And then a little run. Just keep your whole C down. So I'm just walking down. So first fret, second string, second fret, third string, with an up, open, second fret. So do all down up there. So I'm just walking down those notes. And then 3 open on the 5th string, and then 3 open 4th string, which is just our pickup again. So that's the little ending lick. So let's try that from 6 to 9. We have. So let's break down the melody there again. So it's. So that's what we're doing. We're just filling it up. Basically, we're just filling it up with a lot of hammer-ons. So that's the first 9 measures. That's basically halfway through the verse. Let's play that whole part. One other thing I'm doing there is I'm kind of picking out the single notes a little bit louder with my pick, and then I'm kind of quieting down a little bit on the strums. Remember, the strumming in between is just kind of like a timekeeper. So if you're not hearing enough of the melody, you might be doing the strums a little bit too loud, or strumming too many of the strings where you're kind of getting these overtones. So again, let's just look at kind of the accents lastly. So I might go accent, accent, and then an accent right here on this hammer-on, and then kind of quieter on these strums, and then accent, 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 and then strum a little quieter, accent, accent. So again, I'm kind of picking out the single notes a little bit louder, and then I'm kind of being a little bit quieter on the strums.